Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Magic Arena draft. And obviously we are still back into Avatar, and just to say, if you have been enjoying the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And with that over said and done, let's head on into our pack 1, where we have opened up another Legend of Karuk. The amount of times I think I have opened that is pretty crazy. I think maybe this is my 5th or 6th draft pickup. Is there anything else actually in the pack that I'd like? Honestly, not particularly. I guess there's a Snowballers, which is quite nice. Heartless Act in black, though when it comes to those black removals, I'm not sure that's my most favourite, as there's a lot of counters in the deck, but take the blue. Ooh, a Serpent of the Past and an Agni Quell. Maybe we can go like really heavy on the lessons. Though again, there's not much else in the pack. There's a Deadly Precision, though that doesn't really work with blue. I think Serpents generally are quite late pickups. They do tend to wheel. So maybe I just take the land here, as it feels like I'm definitely going to be within the blue. So let's maybe see if we can wheel the Serpent. Well, that's quite a nice blue card as well now. There's a Path of Redemption and Watery Grasp also. So yeah, maybe we can try and do the draw too, as it's definitely sending signals to me that that's kind of open. What have we got now? Jet's Brainwashing, not quite what I'm looking for. I guess I can take a Cunning Maneuver, or maybe just a 2-drop for the first time flyer. There's the green lessons, not quite what I'm looking at here. Honest Work for pseudo removal. Could maybe be some kind of blue-white flyers with some draw too. Unless I stick with blue and just keep with the Geyser Leaper. I think I kind of like that. Maybe I can just cut off blue from everybody. So again, not sure if I really want any of those ones. Spirit Oasis could be okay. Again, maybe we can get some red shrines. So I think I take this. Again, it kind of fits in with what we're doing. Not going to be losing out on anything particular either. Another Agni Quell. They're not legendary, so I guess I'll take another one. Obviously, there's a Quench there. But blue definitely seems like it's kind of open my direction. Okay, there's a nice Quench there, probably over the airship engine room at this point. Again, not really into red at the moment, so maybe we'll just take the counter Snowballer. So this is my pack. So the next pack should be the Serpent one. So there were some quite late blue cards, so maybe the Serpent comes around. Okay, it didn't come around. I guess if I'm going to be in the draw too, I guess moving into the red is probably better. Though there wasn't really much red actually in this kind of pack, so maybe, well, I was thinking maybe I could have taken the red. That's not great. Destroy target land opponent controls. Draw a card. Not particularly great, but maybe I'll take it. It's another Cunning Maneuver. Yeah, okay, maybe take the Cunning Maneuver. No, I'm probably not going to. guess I'm going to be more black instead of green. Okay, so we didn't get the serpent. So someone else is looking at doing blue here. There's a water bending lesson now. Sozin's Comet, not sure about that card. It's a Fire Nation Engineer, actually. That's quite a nice black card, I have to say. Especially if you've got maybe some flyers. Instead of the haiku, like, I think maybe I take the Fire Nation Engineer here. It is very nice. Black 3-drop. So might not be in red. Yeah, I think I take the Engineer here. Over the water bending. Yeah, I think I do. Okay, there's another... Okay, there's a serpent. Okay, I'm not sure. Like, the Boiling Rock Writer, essentially really a 3-mana 3/3 unless you have allies and just exile stuff. But I think I'm going to take this serpent. Maybe we can then get some others. A Boomy Bash, which would be quite nice now, actually. But I think I take the serpent now. Foggy Swamp Keep is actually quite nice, actually, for the draw too. Okay, actually, so maybe we are still in black. There's a Sold Out for some nice removal. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like there's much red coming around. So maybe I just take the Swamp Keeper. It's another Honest Work. Some Messenger Hawk now is probably what I'm looking at. It's a little bit of nice red with Firebending Lesson. Nothing else. I think I just take the Flyer here. Another Foggy Swamp. Okay. Looking like we are definitely in blue-black now. It's Octopus Form, which would be nice if that wheeled. June, I don't think... June can't be blocked as long as you've drawn... Okay, so that does actually fit. Though actually I probably just want the Swamp Snare Trap here, really, as some removal instead of the June. Because that's kind of... And yes, it kind of works with the draw too, but it kind of feels like it's more in line with like sacrifice stuff. Okay, there's a Quench or another Trap. I guess I could take the Quench over the Trap as that fits more in line with the Serpent. Energy Bending, Water Skin. Don't think I'll be any of them. Fatal Fissure, don't think. Guess I'll take a 2-mana 2/2. Though I guess there's this kind of pseudo protection on a creature that you can get back later. I think I'll still just take a 2-drop instead. Another 2-drop. Whenever this creature attacks, each opponent is like, so yeah. Guess I'll just take another merchant. Well, no one wants the wall of Ba Sing Se. Okay, there's a Fatal Fissure, so it came one at least. Pack 2, not particularly great, I have to say. Okay, so what have we got now? Ruinous Waterbending, nope. Cat Gator needs to be in the Swamp Heavy deck. Again, I guess I can take a Knowledge Seeker. But it count on this creature when it dies, create a clue. Yeah, nothing else really in that deck, I guess, other than maybe a Swamp Snare Trap again. Got 1, 2. God, I've only got 2 lessons. God, I need some more lessons to really make this serpent worthwhile, don't I? So need some water bending or something. Ember Island Productions. I think I'll just take a snowballers here over the corrupt court official. I guess I actually want the abandoned attachments now over like the otter penguin just for some more lessons, and also to then trigger the draw 2 matters cards. Yeah, the black is quite bad in this set, I think. Like these are pretty mediocre black cards. Water bending scroll, okay. Though I might actually just want a Zuko's Exile for some removal, because my removal is not great. Got some quenches, a swamp snare trap, and that's it. So as awkward as I probably want to take Zuko's Exile over the waterbending scroll, and it's a lesson for the serpent. Another Exile, but I probably want Deadly Precision with at least 2 of the merchants now, I would say. Yep. Okay, so this is probably 17 land deck. Do I want a cat owl? Sorcery. Create a token as a copy of a target creature an opponent controls. It's a 2/2. Or create a 4/4 hero. Honestly, might not be that bad. But maybe I just want like a flyer, but I'll take it. I've never actually played with it, so maybe I'll see what. Okay, Gran. Don't have anything to do with tapping, no water bending, so I guess I just take an Azula that can create clues. Trebuchet. Okay, watery grasp, there's an okay removal in blue now. So yeah, was it a Trebuchet in my first pack I probably should have taken? So let's just take the watery grasp now. Don't think all creatures get -2. And if it was... Yeah, don't think so. I guess I'll take a parrot, but I might not run the parrot. Yeah, nothing in there. Don't think I'll be playing the hog monkey. Maybe the otter penguin, but not too sure. And that's what we got. Okay, so not great on the lesson front for the serpent, unfortunately. So, let's see what we have got going on with our split. Not too sure about the otter penguin, as it's hard to get in without at least drawing 2 cards. I'll keep the first time fly because that can maybe hit in, even if it's just for 1 damage to trigger then like raid. So what else do we want to get rid of? Probably the Island production, honestly. Don't think that's good enough here. Is the Oasis, Spirit Oasis good enough? So 3 mana, draw a card. Might not be worth it. So that's 16 lands. So now I think I definitely need to go down. I guess I can get rid of this Fatal Fissure or a Merchant. Could probably get rid of maybe a Merchant. And that leaves me with 13 creatures. But then I've got quite a bit of removal. I think I want to keep at least 2 quenches again for the serpent. Because that would leave me with 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, actually, I'm misreading it. So it does get reduced for each non-creature, non-land in the grave, not specifically lessened. So the lessened side is you can cast it for flash, but it has to have at least 3. So yeah, I think I still keep the 5 I've got just to try and increase the percentage of it being cast for flash. So I guess this is what I'm looking at here. So the Agni quells as well, or quella, or kella, Agna kella. What a weird card. 8 mana defender, other permanents have indestructible. Yep, not a very good limited card. So 15, 2 of them allow me to draw and discard. Probably fine. So fortunately no duels or ways of searching up, so it's probably just going to have to be an even split. Well, 7, 8, 9, 9, 8 in favour of blue. Yep. Yeah, I think that's what we are doing. Not the most powerful deck, but hopefully we can, I guess, get out our Foggy Swamp Keepers and start drawing cards, and again get out our Legend of Kuruk and hopefully draw into something that way. But quick blue black deck, so let's head on into some games and see how the deck does. Okay, let's head on into our first game, and I am on the play with an okay looking hand, nothing too exciting. Hopefully we can maybe get in early to trigger the Fire Nation Engineer a couple of times at least. Red. Okay, so it doesn't look like that's going to happen too easily. A 1-2 versus a 2-1, so this is 2 to give it +1. And I guess I'll just take the 1, and again if they want to pump up, that's fine. Well, at least that means I get to hit them for 2 as well. And I guess I might want to well, I guess you have to put on a different creature anyway. And a 2/2, sure. Okay, so I guess I can kill the enthusiasts, as that might get a bit larger where the trap isn't gonna do much. And again, I can now snowballers something, and again get another attack in. The question is, do I want to put the counter now on the snowballers? Probably, just to spread out the resources. So looking for at least 1 more land would be great. 1 more land? Lovely. So kill the Ranenshaw. And a clean victory. So yeah, that was a pretty good draw. So not much else to say there, then let's go on to the next one. Well, let's see if we can get another clean win. Though probably not. Well, we've got a 2-drop, a couple of 2-drops and a 4-drop on the draw. Guess I can merchant maybe on turn 2 if I need to kill something. But let's see. Okay, quench. Maybe I need to keep the quench. Like the my is for 3. Can't block it, so I actually might just pass with a quench up instead. Okay, so we got Jeskai, so could have a Soaker in their deck. Again, I'm just going to do that anyway, just to use up my mana. And we will Messenger Hawk, I think. Keep the clue for maybe the Knowledge Seeker next turn. So they're maybe missing lands if they're not playing one right now. So what else am I looking to draw? Fire Nation Engineer again would be pretty good here to put the counters on the Hawk. Fortune Teller. Well, maybe they should have attacked first, because now I probably am going to block. Whereas before I probably wouldn't have. Well, there's an engineer, so I probably want to get the engineer down now, I reckon. Well, they've got something for 1 mana. I can't remember what it's called, but I think it's at +3/+1 and a clue, or is that 2 mana? Oh, they could have fire bending lesson, couldn't they, actually? So, do I still play the Fire Nation Engineer? Or do I merchant kill the Mai? I guess I'll get the spell out of hand, but I have a feeling this Hawk's probably not going to stick around. Oh, okay. So maybe it's not firebending lesson. Cat owl, okay. I probably just want to kill maybe the cat owl, just so I can keep triggering the Hawk. I think I like that. Or do I think I want to keep the clue, actually, for next turn. So Knowledge Seeker, crack the clue, try and find another land, and then hopefully I can then cast Legend of Kuruk with the Knowledge Seeker on the board to trigger it again. Well, looks like the opponent are 4 colours, so maybe that's why they weren't really casting anything, but kind of colour screwed. They played a land before cracking the clue, so maybe they're also got some draw matters. Okay, so there's a land. Let's play our Knowledge Seeker. could also have a quench, maybe that's what they're holding on to, or the spell which puts target on the second from top, whatever that's called. They've definitely got something which is holding priority, again, unless this is the clue. Okay, I don't think I've got any tap lands, so I might just play out the swamp, or... Yeah, so let's go to combat just with the hawk. So they've got something, so that's the Firebender lesson, okay, sure. And that's going to deal 5 damage, so I can't do anything about that. Though, odd that they actually let me attack. I guess I'll still crack the clue. First time flyer. And I have 1 lesson in the graveyard, sure. So they've not kicked it, so I'm assuming then they don't have any shrines. Unless they have got a 4 mana spell. Well, not 5 colours, at least. So I wonder what the green's about. Sure, this is not an ally. And take 4? Sure. Because I'm assuming that's what they're going to do. Nope, okay, we'll take 2 instead. Okay, well that's... Okay, that's probably a little bit... If they've got quench and that gets countered... Could attack first, maybe? Or could just discard this first time flyer, though I wouldn't be able to then cast the Legend of Kurik otherwise. Guess I could... I feel like maybe they've got a quench. The first time fly I think I want to cast, because again it kind of gets in to keep triggering the engineer. Well, they've gone to blocks and they're just chumping. No, they're taking 4, sure. Okay, so I'm just going to do first time flyer and maybe then just return the merchant to hand, which I can then maybe discard 2 attachments. And put it on the flyer this time as also. Got Boomy Bash for 7, sure. Well, they can't activate mine now because I've only got 2 mana, sure. And an Agnaquel. Ah. Okay, so if I attack with the Knowledge Seeker, they... So If it's a quench, I can still pay for it, so I think I'm just going to cast the legend and get another counter on the knowledge seeker. Okay, maybe it might not be quench. Okay, I played land for turns, so I probably don't want that swamp. Keep the trap for the Mai. And I can now attack again for 5. If I've got any tricks, maybe I can cast Abandoned Attachment. Actually, I won't trigger though, so we don't need to. So I can probably cast that on their turn to get a trigger. Okay, an Iroh. Okay, they've got. Well, I can't Boomy Bash this turn. Okay, I might need to abandon attachments just to try and find something now. So let's discard the merchant, serpent, and a land. Okay. Whoa, 2 lands gone, absolutely. And another knowledge seeker. Okay, so I'm going to attack with the knowledge seeker. Like if I attack with the engineer, they probably block with the lotus to kill it, and then in that I can then swamp snare. I think that's what I do. Because this Boom Bash would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, I can draw this turn, but then I'll be able to then get another one. Because this is 3. Yeah, I think I'm assuming they're probably going to chump and block. Or they might chump bounce. Yeah. Well, at least that's kind of panned out. Of course, that'll be indestructible. Oh, okay. This is an ally, isn't it? Yeah, okay, never mind. So they will have to sack it to save it. I believe that's how it works, because it's got 3 damage marked on it. Yeah. And then I guess I can. This doesn't have flash, so at least their 2 spells they've got isn't doing too much. Though they can kill both my creatures if they want to. Yep. So I've got 19, I've got 21. So there's that knowledge seeker again. And I guess I just Azula, I think. So then next turn I can maybe start drawing cards. Need to find my foggy swamp to try and make some more tokens that way. I do have a couple as well. So they've got 1 card left. It's a land, so it's 6, 7, 8. I've only got 3 at the bottom, yeah. Let's draw a card first, see what if we hit. Quench, probably isn't going to do too much here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Can probably use the fire bending to activate the Agnaquilla, or maybe just the clue. Guess I'll still use the clue to not waste the fire bending mana. Okay, there's a Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. There we go. Lost Days. Well, I can actually quench as I can't pay for that now, which is pretty good. And I guess I might as well get this down as well. And it doesn't look like they're going to be attacking anytime soon, though. We'll see. So that's 4 unblockable there. Sure, and I can actually Watery Grasp their Glider Kids maybe as well. So then they'd be forced to block there, so it'd be 3, 4, 5. So yeah, it should be plenty now. Oh yeah, without a doubt. So I think this is it. Oh, and then just saw that they couldn't do it anyway. So I guess maybe they thought they were dead regardless of them still having 2 blockers. So I guess they would have blocked the Azula and the Kuruk, and they would have taken 3, 6. So yeah, it would have been exactly. But then they would have gained 2 from that, so I guess they would have gone to 2, but probably weren't recovering from that anyway. Well, another clean win-ish, a little bit more difficult that one, a bit more grindy. But anyway, let's head on into game 3. Okay, into game number 3 we go with our blue-black kind of mid-rangey deck, if you want to call it that. Okay, so I am on the draw, and I guess I keep, though I don't obviously have a blue land at the moment, but I think being on the draw, I'll take it. Okay, so now especially I've got a 2-drop as well if I don't get a blue source. The opponent is obviously ramping out into currently 3 colours, though maybe they could be even 4 colours possibly. So still haven't hit my blue land, annoyingly. But maybe I get to attack and trigger the Fire Nation Engineer. Okay, Earthbend 4, okay. Still not another blue source. Okay, so guess I'll just engineer. Though could be taking a bit of a heavy hit this turn, possibly, depending on if they've got any more earthbending spells. Yeah, 2 4/4s, that's pretty good. So they're going to stay back. Okay, they're going to stay back. Well, Legend of Kuruk's not particularly the card I wanted. So if I give attack with both, then they block the engineer. That would then, this will be a 3/3, and putting the counter on that will be a 3/4. So I guess I attack with both. See what they do. So 3/3. Yeah, so let's attack with both. So I'm assuming they're going to block the engineer. No, they're going to block that. So still give this -1. I guess I still put the counter on here just to make it survive. Though they could have something that I can't quite recall if there is a 1-mana trick or not. I guess if there was, they didn't have it. Opponent probably thinks I could even be in mono black. It's a little bit unlucky that I haven't actually drawn a blue source at this stage. So I guess if I do I keep the attachments just for something else? I guess if I draw blue, I'm not going to cast abandoned attachments. I'm just probably going to cast the Geyser Leaper. So what does this one do? +2/+2. Whenever one of my allies you control deals combat damage, draw a card. Sure. Wow. That's pretty unlucky, I have to say. Drawing a 5th swamp there. Okay, at this point I think I'm going to put the counter on the Azula. So then I can maybe Azula and use the red for this abandoned attachments. Quench. Ugh. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Do I want to trade the Azula or just attacking with the merchant? Yeah, it's pretty bad. I guess I'm just gonna merchant. I could have, yeah, that's fine. And then I guess I'll just recast it because I'm not doing anything else. So if they attack with the forest, I guess I just take 4. Oh, no, I get to get. Oh, thank you. Absolutely wanted that. Gosh, not sure why they bother. I guess obviously you have to target an opponent, but I kind of got the sense maybe they were just looking for cards. I'm not too sure. I think I would have not even bothered, probably, assuming that I would have been mana screwed. Swamp Snare. I guess I just Swamp Snare this. Sure. Yep, and now I can go all out now. See what they do, and if not, I'll just use the mana to crack the clue, I think. Hold up Quench for next turn. And then if not, I probably discard the Quench to the attachments at end of turn if they don't do anything. 5, 6, 7 mana. I guess they could have some large green creatures which Quench can hit. Well, Quench can't hit that, unfortunately. Maybe actually just discard the Geyser Leaper. No, I think I'll discard the quench now. Not too sure it's going to do too much here. Snowballers, it's a pretty good one. So I guess if they've got Avatar State for hexproof. Plus 2, oh, well, that doesn't do anything anyway, so yeah. GG's. Got a little bit scared there with getting stuck on just black mana, but thankfully with a little bit of help from the opponent, I have to say, I was able to get out of it and eventually get the win. So yeah, let's head on to the next. Okay, here we are now to game 4 with an okay hand. We can probably abandon attachments away, some excess lands that we don't need. Though probably don't need to do it straight away, then we'll see what the opponent does. Well, there goes our Legend of Kurikno, probably. Yep. And a Fatal Fissure. Okay, so probably gonna get rid of that now, I would say. Though, opponent is mono black at the moment, so maybe I wait. No, I imagine this Messenger Hawk might not stick around for too long. And Azula, yep. Okay, so then should I discard one of these lands to try and find something? Or do I crack a clue? Guess it's alright just to discard one of these lands at this stage. Okay, Watery Grasp's probably okay. Now. So that can hopefully lock down the Azula. Because assuming they'll attack and probably then use the mana to crack their clue. They didn't. Okay, well they're still actually at end of combat, so are they gonna use that too? Would seem a bit silly if they didn't use it, I suppose. Unless they've got some red removal. No? Okay. So they need the clue for something else, maybe? And a high bay. Okay, so they're just gonna get some counters instead. Okay. I guess I can hold back the Messenger Hawk. I suppose. Or do I just try and race? I suppose I can try and race. So let's just crack a clue first, I suppose. Merchant. Yeah. Try and brace. So I guess I can maybe activate the Agna to try and... Okay, this might be a bit too hard now to race them. 7 down to 9. Guess I can jump, but it's not looking particularly good now. I think I just Fire Nation Army, maybe hold up the Fatal Fissure. I can block with a Messenger Hawk. And get a 4/4. Take 6. So what have they got now? That's currently 7, 8, 9 lethal. So they're going to need something here. Hopefully if it's a 1 toughness creature I can kill it with the Zoo That Always Lies. Because they've clearly got something then. But see if they've got it. No. Wow. Okay. What was in there? Maybe they were also just missing colours, I guess. That's the only explanation, I suppose, that they would have had if they had 7 mana, 2 cards and nothing. So, wow. Maybe they got a bit too greedy, but I suppose people don't really play the Fatal Fissure too much. But anyway, not going to complain. So let's go on to the next one. Okay, let's hope we can draw well. So I'm first with an okay hand. 2 Knowledge Seekers, so hopefully I can draw some spells that allow me to draw cards to then obviously trigger the Seekers. It'll be interesting to what we are going up against. So white, so it could be some Boros, because I think Boros has been quite popular as the format settles down. Compassionate Healer, so that's the draw life, sure. So I guess I attack and I can Azula. Always Lies if they decide to block. Nope, so they're just gonna do that, so I will just play another one and pass the turn. So this is 3 in itself to do that, sure. I guess because if I attack with my Knowledge Seeker next turn, they block with that, that'll then be a 1, 3, and then that'll be a 3/1. So I think I'm just going to take the 3 for now. Sure. See if they want to block one of them. They do. So let's give this -1 and plus. So just mono white at the moment from them, though I have a feeling they are probably another colour. So they've topped this time. Yeah, I still take 2, that's fine. Ooh, okay, so I am starting to flood. Wow. That's pretty bad. Yep. Oh my god. Okay, discard, I guess another island. And again, I guess I'm attack with both of them. Because I want to kill that Soaker, I suppose, if they want to. Yeah. Looks like they could be, again, stuck on colours like the previous opponent, unfortunately. Yeah, so that's... I think I'm just going to attack for 2 this time. Because I can maybe cast and activate Watery Grasp on something big. Okay, so missing blue snowballers, sure. So take 3, so exile. Let's say double block something. Might triple block. Guess I'm just doing this. And I guess I can activate Agnaquella at the end and maybe discard the swamp. Maybe I suppose I should activate on my turn because of the... Sure. I'll bite. So I've got something, I just needed the... Sure. Yep. So still potentially, yeah, okay. I didn't have anything. I guess again, them getting stuck on that, missing their colour was probably what slowed them down. Like maybe I was a bit too kind of cautious on some of the attacks. I guess there was no particular rush as my hand was interactive enough to at least push through the final points of damage. But anyway, let's head on to game number... Wow, so that will be 6, so 5 wins, 0 losses. So yeah, let's go on to the next one. Okay, here we are with our match number 6. So these are going to be a bit more challenging, I would suppose. Not to say the others weren't challenging, but these are the heavy hitters who have also obviously not been, who've obviously got the 0 losses as well. Also on the play. So Knowledge Seeker, maybe get to hit in for 2 with the Fox so that I can trigger the Fire Nation Engineer. We've got a 2-2, so are they gonna want to trade is the question. Or do I wait another turn? I guess I will try and get in for 2. Then maybe a legend next turn. So 3 colours, there could be some shrines or just more allies. Yeah, we're just allies at this point. Okay, so... probably just Legend of Kuruk at this point, I would say. Watery grasp. I think I'll keep that. That's fine. And I will not attack. Diligent Zookeeper 4/4. Don't think I want that. That Azul is probably fine to keep. Do I just want to shuffle that? Could it be 4? I think I'd probably pass. Yeah, I think I'm just going to pass at this point. Maybe I can get a trigger of the Kuruk with a watery grasp. Need to maybe try and find a first time flyer or something like that. I suppose I actually wouldn't be able to get in because of the reach on the sentries. Badger, mole, yep. Okay, so I might want to then just watery grasp the forest now, I suppose. Do I want to keep back? Suppose I can still draw now, maybe, just to get some more triggers on this the Seeker. Sure, and guess I'll just discard a land. So then we can start maybe getting in with some of the spirits. So then trigger the Fire Nation Engineer. Allies at last, sure. Yeah, even if I'd had another land, the Azula, well, I guess it would have survived. I would have put a cannon on itself, so, but I wasn't going to do anything like that. Okay, I'm just going to take the 6. Do I want to shuffle the forest away? Sure. Oh, actually I messed up, didn't I? I punted because I could have shuffled in response to the allies, couldn't I? Yeah, I did mess up actually. That was a punt on my mistake. And I will play the land just so I can, and then I can maybe Azul Always Lies Badger Mole. Sure. A little bit awkward now, but let's give this -1 and counter on that. Oh dear, yep. And trample. So take. Creature to control the counters and when it's 7. Oh, that's bad. Guess I'm having to. Four. So it's 2, 5. So yeah. Guess I'm gonna trade a 2/2 for a 4/4. Soak up some damage, but Flopsy is so good. Okay. Well, I might as well attack because it can't block. Then I guess I want to put it on a different creature. So if I put it on the land, that can then block and trade with the Zookeeper a bit better, I think. I might have to exile the Badgermole just to stop the trample. Okay. So then I can trade here. That'll then shrink these. Actually, maybe I actually kill the Zookeeper now. This gives it +1/+1 for each of its creature types. That's actually going to be a 5/5. Then this. Kill. I guess I trade here, take 3. See what that does. So I've gone to 1. Like assuming he thinks maybe I don't have anything because I've only taken 8 at the moment. Well, in response to that, then I suppose I need to still. Oh no, because he's gonna. We'll see what he targets first. Actually, he might then obviously target something. So he's just targeting the Flopsy, sure. So I'll kill the Zookeeper still. But need to draw something, otherwise I'm pretty dead. Yeah, because that will be 4 in the air. That isn't going to do it, unfortunately. So I need to find something else, but I don't think I've got anything else actually. My removal was pretty bad from what I remember anyway. Yeah, that's not going to do it, unfortunately. Oh well, can't win them all. But yeah, if they didn't have the Flopsy, I think maybe I might have been okay. But GG's, on to the next. Okie dokie, here we go. to game number 7, I believe. Oh, I'm getting the die roll quite frequently, so I think I'm gonna keep and see what colours the opponent is playing, whether I also... So the question is then, do I play the first time flyer or just a 2-1? I guess I will play a 2-1, because I guess if I still need to draw a land and to have Fire Nation Army to trigger. So what I kind of needed was the Fortune Tellers. Okay, so I'm probably going to have to discard something now because I need to find something. So I'm probably just going to get rid of this Azula Always Lies, I think. Well, that was a bit unfortunate. Yep. Okay, now I've got something. I think I just hold up maybe Quench. Would have been nice to have had that merchant to discard to, but needed to hit my land drops there for sure. And again, missing again is not great, unfortunately. Going to counter anything pretty much there just to use my mana. So they can attack for 2 if they want, but don't do anything about that. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's Legend, get another trigger on my Knowledge Seeker. Okay, I'll keep the Agnaquella, but I'll bottom the other one. So then next turn I might even just want to Serpent, as I can cast that for 4. Sold out, yep. Whoa, okay, that's a lot of lands. That's definitely a lot of lands. 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's 3 at the bottom. 8, 9, 10, yeah. Well, maybe I should... You know what? I think I'm just going to take it again, annoyingly. Just in case they do have a Quench or some sort. I know they were hovering, but... Okay, now I'll flash it out. At end step. Messenger Hawk. And do I want to attack? Do I want to hold back? Nah, I think I just need to push. Because otherwise they're just going to flood me, I think, with spirits. Though obviously I can block theirs with mine, at least. Sure. Double Watery Grasp, sure. Question is if they shuffle away or not. I think you would still do the correct one because of the triggers, yeah. And a Grand. Well, interesting they didn't use Grand. Huh, interesting. Okay, so what do I take next? So with 1, so 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think I'm gonna push. See if we can race or not. then that's to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the air. Well, eight kind of unblockable-ish. Water bending lesson. I'm assuming they're gonna use ground to draw and loot. Now obviously annoyingly that water benders, what we grasp they shoveled has shoveled back my lands as well, which I got to the bottom. But hopefully the Agnaquila can help filter away these other lands I don't need, like that. Guess I just attack with these ones and I can put a counter on one of my spirits. To block theirs. So I wonder what their green is then, unless they're just using the meditation pools as a draw. Deadly precision, sure, well, might as well trade that in for a 4/4. And a quench. Okay, so this will be 3. So maybe I activate, that'd be 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 and leave up 2 mana. It's probably okay to do. Get rid of another land. I think I'll play this one though. Then do it like this. Actually, maybe the grand's a bit. Well, let's still kill the life thinker. That's fine. Up to 3. Get my land back. And they decided not to continue on. Okay, so I guess we'll put a counter maybe on one of these merchants or something like that, just to, I guess, have them at least be kind of lethal as well. Well, okay, so we are on to the last round. Well, one of 2, hopefully. So either 1 win and 2 losses to give. So let's see if we can get a good ending to the draft. Okay, let's see how well we do if we are on the play. And we are not this time. Okay. 2 drop would be pretty good if we could get that for our Fire Nation Engineer. They'll probably want to hold on to this abandoned attachments for the Spirit Keeper. Okay, yeah. Turn 1 menace. Creature, okay. Might take a bit of damage from this Callous Inspector. We are up against a black-white world. Turn 2 Tolls of War, very good. Okay, so maybe with the merchant can possibly get in for our Fire Nation Engineer. So there's no point in attacking it and throwing it away because you can't put the counter on itself. Maybe they just sack a clue to draw. I'm playing a June. Okay. So the question is, do I think Dune will block? I'm going to assume not. So let's just get in for 2. Then engineer and make a 3/3. So the next turn I actually probably want to get the Spirit Keeper down maybe before, or do I want 2 Snowballers? The Dune. I think I'm going to get this down, and I don't think I'm going to attack. So this is pay 1, sacrifice another creature to create a clue, and it can't be blocked as long as you've drawn 2 or more. Yeah, I think I might just hold back. Assuming they might just crack the clue and attack with the Dune. I suppose if they've got more removal from my creatures, the Callous Inspector can get in again, because they've got a Death Toucher now. So do they pay the 1? They do. Yep. They don't attack. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get some lands. We do have some lands. Okay, I'll keep both of them. That's fine. Play the land. And should I start attacking now? Or hold back? So if I attack, they just take 3, but then take 4 next turn. I think I just hold back again. But I think their Tolls of War's probably gonna outvalue me. And the Pirate Peddlers obviously is gonna start doing some damage as well. So I need my Watery Grasp or Exile for the Peddlers. Unless I snowball, cast the snowballs. Knowledge Seek is probably so it won't trigger this turn. Could do it next turn. I think I need to find some removal for either Dune or the Peddlers. So Hawk. I think I might want to tap down the Dune, because this is going to outrun me as well now, the Rallier. So I think I'm going to put that on the Dune, and then I guess I can hold up Always Lies for the Peddlers, but then they could just insta-speed, can't they? Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, yeah. I think I'm going to hold it up still. And if not, then maybe I can abandon attachments at the end. Yep. Well, okay, they missed, which is good for me. There's still only 4 lands as well, surprisingly. So what, that was a whole bunch of land that was just sent to the bottom, I'm assuming? So I can make the Peddlers a 6/6. Annoyingly. So if I put a counter, that'd be basically just a 5. So okay, I can double block. Then they'd be forced to make it a 6/6. So I'm trading, but I think I still do this. Oh, they got... Ah, of course, yeah, okay. It's gonna do a 4. Yeah, it's not much I can do about that, unfortunately. Interesting that they went for a removal instead of just cracking the clue, but probably just gonna get rid of, I guess, the messenger hawk. Quench might be pretty good for them, but sorry, against them. So I kind of want to leave up or quench, so I guess I'm just going to play an Azula. Start getting some chip damage in. Still missed, wow. An Avatar's Wrath? I think not. Okay, now am I still trading? I can merchant, get back merchant. I think I just take 5. Yeah. So I guess I can just keep chumping with merchant. Can maybe attack with Azula. See what they do. They might only put 3 blockers on, and I can then Azula always lies away. Yeah. So -1, +1. So that's -1 there. Maybe give my Spirit Keep, or maybe give this one a 5 power. Let's give this, I suppose, the +1 just in case they attack and I can then gain some life, or might have to chump and gain some life. Sure. Another land. Not great. Yep. Geyser Leaper could be good, though if I'm just chumping, I might just, yeah, do that. Oh, bollocks. I just missed 5 damage with my spirits. Completely forgot about my spirits for some reason. So they should be on 9. Oh, that's unfortunate. So if they ang, what do they ang my... Okay, so they're not anging now, so I think they should be cracking the clue to try and find land, shouldn't they? Because that's the thing that's kind of holding them back at the moment. So unless they've got removal spells that they're holding on to. Yeah. Sure. But again, I'm just gonna keep jumping with the peddler with mine. With this, so yeah. Can start again looting away these excess lands. Again, as soon as I get my... Like, they should be doing that at the start, shouldn't they? The combat case. Snowballers is pretty good. So, I guess I attack with these. Yeah, so they should really be pretty much dead here. Annoyingly, actually, maybe I should loot. No, we'll cast the leap. That's fine. Because then if I find watery grasp, I can maybe watery grasp the Yang away and get in with the geyser leaper as well. So what are they going to do is the question. Sure. Again, it's not even that great, to be honest. Ah, gosh. Actually, I should be casting this first. No, so that's 3 to do. This is 4. So yeah, let's do this first. Deadly precision, that does it, doesn't it? Yep. Sacrifice a creature, kill this, pay the black, and do this. Ooh. So yeah, a bit of a miss, a bit of a pun there, missing all that damage for some unknown reason. I don't know why. Just a bit of a brain lapse there. For some reason, thinking maybe they could block them, but anyway, was able to get there in the end, and a pretty good 7 win, wasn't it? With only 1 loss as well. So 7 win with a kind of a nice, say, not particularly controlly, as my removal was not the best, but having, I guess, the 2 foggy swamp spirit keepers helped, and being able to draw my knowledge seekers or a first time flighter. But I think the MVP was probably the Fire Nation engineer, being able to get some early counters on some cheaper early threats. But yeah, there we go. That was the deck. And thank you again for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.